Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I am going to go over a coin called Lukso and put some stuff together that I'm kind of paying attention to with the coin that could be setting itself up for a pretty explosive move coming up. Possibly, no guarantees. Like I said, no guarantees. And if you just stand here, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you want to be updated and you want to get maybe some higher risk plays from this channel and much higher potential, much higher returns, especially going into the market. Most everybody right now, guys, is just paying attention to Bitcoin, what Bitcoin is going to do. Can you make some money with Bitcoin? Yes, of course, you could probably make some money with Bitcoin once it goes bullish, 2x, 3x's, but 10x, no. No 10x with Bitcoin, guys. It's not going to go from 12,000 to 120,000. It's going to take it a while to get up there. So plan accordingly and mitigate your risk. Use stop losses. Vitally important, especially if you're playing around in the altcoins right now while Bitcoin's going that way. All right. So here's the deal with Bitcoin, guys. I do think that Bitcoin is down into this wedge. It's pretty obvious. You take it. Let me take it off log and I'll show you. You can see Bitcoin is making, its move, and then it's just slowly just grinding down this way, guys. So more than likely, unless somehow it gets sucked up real high, there's not going to be too much of a massive dump. This could have been the start of it, or maybe it's complete a fifth wave, swing back up, and then maybe come back down to another wave, swing up, and a fourth, and back down. It could be making some sort of start of a five-wave move right there. That could be wave one of the whole wave sequence right there. Or it could come back up and then do a massive dump. Remains to be seen, but how does this relate to Lukso? So here's the deal with Lukso, guys. I was looking at this coin a little bit closer. It's actually a very, very bullish coin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something where it's potentially setting itself up for an explosive move in a wave over here. Okay. So as you can see right here with the RSI data, is the highest peak on the daily right there. You have divergence on the daily, okay? You have divergence right there. That's a very, very good, strong signal that right there is where your impulse wave ended. But now you have all of this, and it swung way up into the RSI, okay? Right there. I actually got in down here and rode this up and exited, come back down, just because that's just my own personal way of doing business during a bear cycle, guys. I'm not going to be a hodler of especially coins that are risky, if you will. Even with Bitcoin, I sold out of my Bitcoin at 18,000 to 18,100 or something like that. Just recently, told you guys I would. I did that. And then if it goes down lower, maybe I'll grab a little bit more lower on Bitcoin. So, but it came back down and you can see how it thrusted up into this area. Okay. What that usually means when you have something like this, okay, that's so that high, that was a flat move. So, and now it's coming back down and corrected all this, and then in RSI on the daily, you can see how deep that it went. It's not counting well right there, and they came all the way down here, took everything out, and now it's bounced over here and it's swinging back down. So, here's the thing: what I think there's a good possibility that it did is I think it's making a flat move, guys. And this is important for this wave over here. Because usually what happens with wave twos that become flats, you can have an explosive wave over here. That's a possibility. It's a definite possibility because what flats are made to do is they're made to build a base and take up time. They're very time. Flat moves are like this, guys. I'll show you. For those that are new to my channel, I'll show you it's a flat move. The reason they're called flats is because they're like this, okay? They're flat on the top. They're flat on the top, like so. And they're flat on the bottom. Just a regular flat move, just like so, okay? And what happens is they're made to take up time, but they build a really good base for a wave sequence to be able to thrust into the next wave. You also have different types of flats too, where you might have what's called a expanded flat, like so, okay? So it's expanded flat, that's the difference. And then you might have one that could be called a running flat, like so, okay? And then for going the opposite way or when they're bearish, you just reverse everything, all right, guys? So that's the deal right there with the flats. That's why the flats. I'll show you an example of this, why this could be important. Where's the example? I showed it on Twitter, told people go check this out. A lot of people are confused. So you see right here with Bitcoin, it went up into a wave. It came it came back down like so, right? And it came back in this wave. This whole section that Bitcoin did right here, this wave sequence, it came down in 3 and went up in 3 and back down in 5. This section on Bitcoin coming out of the 2015 bear market, it made a flat, okay? You can see that flat move. If I take a line, it's more or less about the same, right? It made itself a base. If I don't count the wick, you can see how that's just, it went sideways. That's why it's called a flat. So it went up into the wave and there was this 2, and then you can see it made that base from that flat to be able to take off. And then you can have the same situation right here. So what this did, in my opinion, is it's a 3-wave move back up into a 3-wave move, and it's coming down into a 5. So this is a 1, 2. Here's the 3rd wave, deepest in the RSI right there. It's back over here. This is the end of the 4th wave. You look at the RSI, the momentum indicator, you get the idea. Your 4th wave is not here, it's right here. So now it's coming down into a wave, in my opinion. Let me go to a 8-hour chart. It's probably coming down into some sort of wave, like so, guys. So I'll show you right here. Probably a wave 1, 2, and it's probably not done with a 3, 4, and then a 5, just as an example for the flat. Okay, I think it's going to be down a little bit below this over here. So finishing that up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5. Okay, so then the flat move that it's going to be making is just like this. It's 3, the 3, and back down for a 5. Okay, it's going to be more of an expanded type flat move, more than likely. Those are the areas I'll be looking for on Lukso. So Lukso could have potentially, if you're looking at it, at least 11%, 10%, and as much as about, say, a 20% drop. Okay, a 20% drop to the bottom of this wave right over here is the area I'd be checking it out. So what does that mean for the overall picture? Let me go back out to the daily and I'll show you guys right here with Lukso is that this is the wave. Okay, this is its first impulse wave that it made. You see how long that wave from this way, from here, it was 10 June to 24 July. So just over a month. And then it went through all this flat to make that base and to go in this wave over here. So how's that relate with Bitcoin? Bitcoin, let me go back over where Bitcoin is, guys. Bitcoin in the process of making its wave down, kind of similar to what it is. So Bitcoin could come back up and start making a wave sequence down like that. Sort of kind of similar to Lukso over here. I'm going to clean this up. Kind of sort of similar to Lukso down here and doing this onto a smaller scale, right? And then this will take some time. Let's say for the rest of the month, it's probably not going to be done in this month of December, guys. It's probably going to be January, maybe even going into February, right? So then you're looking at the situation going to 2023. Are the markets going to become more bullish? There's certainly a possibility and a case for that, okay? There's a case for, have the Feds finished raising rates in December? There's a case for that too. There's a really good case if you look into it. Don't believe the media hype out there. I'm telling you, don't believe the media hype. The markets are saying and the Fed rates are going to be done in February or March, okay? And if that's the case, the markets are going to know this well before they do that. So there'll be the pause. I made a post on Twitter about that where I actually agreed with, let me go to my profile. I actually agreed with this here on Peter Schiff. The stock market reminds me of December 2018 when the Fed's public commitment to hiking rates, interest rates, and shrinking its, I think he meant shrinking its balance sheet in the face of weakening resulted in the worst December for the S&P since 1931. The Fed pivoted in June of 2019. That was his whole thing right there. And it's like same pattern over and over. Minor consensus December's last hike. I'm going with one more in Feb, maybe one more in March. Be prepared. The pause, not the pivot, will send some cryptos flying. That's what I'm saying right there. And first time I kind of agree with what he's saying right here. He's thinking that the Fed, he's kind of implying that he thinks the Fed is bluffing a little bit in a little bit of a way. So that thing could happen right here, and then you have a shot, a really good move with Lukso over here, okay? And Lukso will probably hit a coin like this, let's say it gets down to there, you're looking at a coin in the $4 area and then flying up over into $15 plus on that next third wave, guys. Just to give you a ballpark area or something like that. Remember, no guarantees, but that is definitely the setup I'd be looking for overall in the picture for Lukso, guys. I know quite a few of you probably wouldn't be interested in this, but this is This is a coin. This is a very bullish coin, guys. There's no doubt about that. If it does that move, this is going to be extremely bullish and probably can really, really rip off some moves over here. Just like it did in this wave one. About 30 days, it ripped off a wave one. So the wave three over here, you see how long this flat took. It took it, let me see the time here on the flat. Just give you guys an idea. The flat's not even done yet. So let's say, you know, you're looking at 162 days, 147 days right now, up at 162 days. So let's go back to Bitcoin, just to give you guys an idea, to show you something, what happens with these flats. Okay, this flat right here. So you see Bitcoin in this area right here, back in 2015, it made its wave sequence in 57 days, right? And then it went through this whole flat process of how long was that? Look at that, 167 days, 3 times longer, but then boom, see right here, how much time did it make it to start breaking out? Look at that, just 73 days, and then it was off to the races after that, guys. And that easily can happen a lot faster over here with Lukso. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.